All right, let's do some fast news.
Allegations of widespread fraud at a facility on the southwest side may have some ramifications, including hundreds of workers being fired.
Whoopsies.
WGN's Jenna
Got
Barnes
some
is joining us
fraud
live
going on
from
in
Little
a
Village
business.
with more tonight. Jenna.
Is that some
Lourdes,
black
it's estimated that
company we
hundreds
got
of
going
workers
on?
at this Target distribution facility here behind us have been fired, accused of stealing altogether $1 million from the company in a fraud scheme involving healthcare loans.
Everyone was talking about it.
Employees at this giant Target Flow Center at Pulaski and 35th Place
Oh,
on the
it's a
southwest side
fucking.
say word is spreading inside
It's a warehouse.
about a fraud scheme carried out by their coworkers. Block Club Chicago reports those workers took advantage of a glitch in an employee benefit, Target's medical loan program. The error allowed employees to take out loans for $3,000 and pay back just $50 to have the balance erased.
Holy shit, really? Fucking hell, that's insane. They stole so much money, fucking Christ.
Who told him about a ringleader who discovered the glitch and then helped coworkers carry out the fraud. That person would charge a $200 to $300 fee for each person involved, and there were hundreds.
You're seeing anywhere from 400 to 700 firings from Target.
The company isn't confirming
just
how many people were involved, but tells us in a statement, following an internal investigation, we have terminated team members found to be in violation of our company's code of ethics.
This is a really good paying job.
Got caught cheating.
And then just to lose it for that, was it worth it?
Yeah. Yeah, almost.
It's not clear
yeah, you literally did like a federal crime right there. Was that worth it to do a federal crime?
Into place to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Now
and
your
they
ass
say
is
these
getting
firings
fucking
will not impact business operations.
Was it really worth it?
Jenna Barnes,
is it really worth it to murder someone? Yeah. Your ass is gonna get grass, dude.
It's you live now from Fox, everyone. I'm your host, Mike Page. Thanks again for joining us. We come back with some more breaking news that we are following for you about the mayor of New Orleans. We are learning that the New Orleans mayor, LaToya Cantrell, indicted by federal grand jury following a lengthy corruption investigation. So here is what we know of this. Mayor LaToya Cantrell of New Orleans was charged today with going to criminal lengths to carry out.
Man, New Orleans getting fucked up right now. New Orleans has a pretty high crime rate right in that state too. Like,
the indictment emerged
man, they're getting fucked up.
Right,
they're getting fucked up by natural disasters. They're getting fucked up by the swamp, the sewage crap.
Ends in January.
They still haven't rebuilt everything, and now they got a bunch of crime and gang motherfuckers doing shit, and then now they have their own politicians being fucking shady.
The indictment reflects the prosecution of two public officials alleged to have engaged in a years-long continuing fraud scheme that used public money for personal ends by exploiting their power and their authority. That is coming from the acting U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Louisiana. They perpetuated that fraud scheme, he added, by taking steps to keep individuals silent, to deceive subordinates, and to obstruct.
Not only that, but remember they recently had that one fucking Allah Akbar guy fucking go running it right, ramming his car into a bunch of pedestrians too.
Mr. Vapey's lawyer did not immediately respond to a message seeking a comment. Mr. Vapey was already charged over a year ago with prosecutors accusing him of defrauding taxpayers when he was paid more than $7,000 for appearing to be on duty while he was spending personal time with the mayor. Both were married at the time. The earlier indictment did not identify Ms. Cantrell by name, but said that Mr. Vapey had carried out a relationship with the mayor of New Orleans. The charges against Ms. Cantrell add fresh turbulence to what has been a busy and complicated year for New Orleans that began with a deadly terrorist attack on New Year's Day. But the city
she was
also
doing some
successfully hosted a
sidebound
Super Bowl for the first time
some fucking
in a decade,
getting that
and has
money.
experienced a continuing decline in its murder rate.
Greasing
so we'll keep an
some
eye on
palms,
this story for you breaking out in New Orleans on this Friday. We want to now
What do we got?
North Korea's Kim Jong-un doesn't like the military drills South Korea is conducting with the U.S., calling them an obvious expression of their will to provoke war. Now he's vowing to expand his nuclear arsenal.
Because China does the same thing, but we don't say anything for any reason, right?
Nation's security.
Or when basically when North Korea does it, we don't say anything, even though we know what they're fucking doing.
In April, which is his most advanced warship to date.
Right. I mean, they were sending over the fucking the shit parachutes
to join exercise, the South
from over their
American
borders
forces
into South Korea.
Is called Ulki Freedom Shield. It's an annual event that is usually broken up into 2 main time frames. We reported on it before. This year's exercise features around 21,000 troops, including about 18,000 South Koreans. The goal of Ulki Freedom Shield is to drill on possible responses to a North Korean nuclear attack. And troops engage in both computer-simulated operations as well as live field training. Since the drills are mostly defensive in nature, the U.S. and South Korea are disputing Kim's claims that they are being provocative. But Kim continues to condemn the exercises and says they require him to rapidly expand his nuclear arsenal because the drills have a nuclear element. President Trump and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung are slated to meet in Washington next week, where they are expected to
those
discuss
are the flat
Pyongyang's
cannon
growing
tanks.
nuclear stockpile. Analysts say North Korea is already in the midst of a nuclear buildup. According to the
Flat gunning
Federation
tanks
of American
are
Scientists, as of last year,
flat cannons
Pyongyang
are
had
basically
enough material to
more
produce
elongated
90
barrels,
nuclear warheads, though it most likely built closer to 50.
and they shoot more of an arc.
North Korea plans to construct a third 5,000-ton destroyer by fall of next
They're basically
year,
like
and
lobbing
is currently
it.
testing various types of cruise and air defense missiles on the warships. Pyongyang showcased a second destroyer of the same class earlier this year, but things did not go as planned. That launch was botched.
Oh yeah,
and the destroyer was
I heard. Yeah,
damaged
I heard about this.
went
I
underwater.
don't remember if we covered it.
It was relaunched in June following some repairs, but questions remain about whether it is truly combat
This was a while
ready at
back
this
ago.
point. For more on this story, you can download the Straight Arrow News app today or visit us at san.com.
Here's this motherfucker. Remember this piece of shit? He got his court trial.
1 week after a deadly crash in Florida.
Good afternoon, Mr. Singh.
Semi-truck driver Harjinder Singh appeared before a judge at the San Joaquin County Superior Court. The Stockton man is accused of making an illegal U-turn on a highway, resulting in the deaths of 3 people. Video from inside the cab shows the moments their minivan
he was
hit the truck.
videotaping his.
Having been told your rights, what do you want to do today?
Attorney.
Singh was detained in Florida and later flew to Sacramento before being detained again in Stockton. Now he's awaiting extradition back to Florida.
Judge, I spoke with Mr. Singh and he is willing to sign the extradition paperwork.
The White House is blaming California's sanctuary policies for the crash, saying Singh was here illegally and Governor Newsom gave him a driver's license anyway. California does allow immigrants without legal status to get driver's licenses, but that does not extend to commercial trucking licenses.
Right.
In a statement to
Just
KCRA,
because one state does it
DMV
doesn't mean all states will comply and
federal
follow
and
the
state
rules
laws
of the one
reviewing and
state that
granting
fucking
Mr.
did it.
Harjinder Singh his California
Sucks
commercial
for you,
driver's license,
bitch. Fuck
adding
you.
that Mr.
You're going to get
Singh's
hung.
commercial driver's
Fucking
license is
faggot.
a federal
Sorry, that
real
was rude.
ID, which he was entitled to receive given the federal government's confirmation
to-
of his legal
That
status.
dude showed no
KCRA
remorse
obtained
when he
this
did that
complaint
shit. And
filed
he
in
knew he was
2018
doing
regarding Singh's
something
illegal
super
entry
illegal
into the
too,
US.
but he was just like, oh
It
no, I'm
shows he
gonna
was
fucking do
seeking
it anyway.
And our news partners at the
So he
San
killed
Francisco
3 people
Chronicle
that way.
confirmed he had a federal work permit. Over the weekend, ICE issued an immigration detainer for Singh. In this video posted on social media, San Joaquin County Sheriff Pat Withrow says he was not allowed to honor it.
I am not able to honor an ICE hold on this subject because he's from out of the country, he's here illegally, but California law, SB 54, does not allow me to honor the ICE hold. By law, because he has committed no previous crimes other than this incident.
The sheriff also urged residents to call their legislators to push for changes to SB 54, calling it a way to help all sheriffs across the state. In Stockton, Marisela de la Cruz, KCO
I'm sorry, all the
News.
politicians in California do this shit purposefully. Whenever I made whenever I tried to talk to these people, I don't fucking talk to them anymore. I sent my one email and that's it.
2020. It was later approved under the Biden administration, June 9th, 2021. The state of California issues
also when
licenses,
one of your
there
representatives
is no
from the
CDL.
Senate is Representative Ted Lowe. Yeah, that dude's a fucking commie faggot. He's not gonna listen to anything I fucking say. That dude's a fucking piece of shit. I'm even surprised he's in his seat the way he is right now.
A toy with a toothy grin is causing
Well,
big
fuck, I
trouble
should go
that
back to
US
fucking
officials
China.
are warning could be
Faggot.
deadly. Counterfeit
Go back to
Labubu
your
dolls
CCP
nicknamed
brethren.
Lafufus online are being sold as the real thing. But U.S. safety officials say they can snap apart, creating choking hazards that put young children at risk. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is telling parents to avoid the fake toys and throw them away if they already have them. Real Labubu dolls from Pop Mart can sell for around $30 in blind boxes and even more on the resale market. That demand has made room for fakes, some sold for as little as $5. The CPSC says look for signs like a holographic Pop Mart sticker, a QR code, or the doll's 9-tooth smile to help spot the real thing. Find the full story right now by downloading the Straight Arrow News app or go to SAN.com. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Kaylee Carey.
They're not even using the same color palette and shit. They're using like, it's Labubu, fake Labubus. Get fucked. That's what happens when you buy these fucking piece of shit dolls. Fucking stupid people. Deserved. Death to America. 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 No one can destroy a brand faster than me. Yeah, correct. Minnesota Vikings hold our pom-poms. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, the Vikings kind of fucked them. I don't know why they did that. They got a bunch. They got a bunch. I don't know if they're gay or what. But they got men cheerleaders for some reason. How gun grabbers eat corn. Mark Hamill planned to leave U.S. for Europe after Trump beat Kamala. Good.
Will we?
He should.
People that work for ICE should never feel any kind of comfortability at all. They should be doxxed. They should. We should find out who the f they are. We should find out who their family and friends are. We should find out where they live and make sure they never, ever, ever, ever have
I don't think you should say anything he says.
I'm very concerned about that.
That's
and
very
not only
bad.
That, I'm concerned
Don't do
about the way
that.
he is rolling that out in Washington, D.C., which is essentially going after young black and brown youth.
What an odd thing to say.
What is she talking
Going
about?
after young black and brown youth.
Was she trying to make it a race thing right there? Fucking retard.
All we really
Go suck off Fidel Castro. Oh wait,
was a
he's
new
dead.
president.
Sorry. Well, I mean, you can suck off his corpse. The crime crackdown in DC is essentially going after young black. So the crime crackdown is mostly affecting minority youths. Please tell me more. Huh. Diversity, our wheels, your strength. Given a license by Newsom, yes. Gang warfare in LA now includes culling ice on your rivals. Yes.
I'll allow it.
No, quiet, quiet.
But a picture is worth 1,000 words. Yeah, notice how they're all listening to Trump. Yeah, bitches, you listen here, motherfucks. That's right. You're in the king's house now, faggots. I'm so sorry. Bus driver when they see each other. Pause when they see each other. In 8 years, the 80s will have been 50 years ago. Oh, God. The worst time to have a heart attack is during a game of charades. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You don't want that. Husband of dead wife in Lancaster seen dragging large object hours before body found.
Who they are calling a person of interest in the death of his wife, 33-year-old Sheila Cabrera.
This comes as disturbing new video shows him dragging a large object away from their home just one day before her body was found dumped in the Angeles National Forest. Lindsay Pena live in Lancaster with the latest. Lindsay.
There's a video of him dragging a body or dragging something, right? And then they found the body. Oh, Jesus, in the forest.
Missing, a neighbor came forward with video from his doorbell camera that showed the husband dragging a large object.
He done fucked up. He should have turned off his
some sort of bag or tarp.
Yeah.
Now, we do want to warn you that this video is graphic and some may find it disturbing.
Well, yeah, it's probably disturbing as fuck.
Investigators say this is
oh my goodness.
Captured
No, that's
in the early morning
suspicious as
hours
fuck.
at an apartment complex in the 500
Oh,
block
dude,
of Lancaster
that's so
Boulevard.
bad.
His wife,
Dude,
33-year-old
that's so
Sheila
suspicious.
Cabrera, was last seen, according to
Dude,
friends
that's
and
so
family,
suspicious.
on August
It-
9th.
Dude,
and
that
later reported
dude,
missing
that
to the sheriff's
outline that
department
looks
on
like a
August 12th.
fucking body,
Surveillance video
dude.
shows deputies at the couple's
Jesus,
apartment complex. But investigators say when they tried to speak with him, they found out he fled the country, taking his 3 young sons with him to Peru, where the family is originally from. On August 16th, investigators got a tip about something discovered in the Angeles National Forest that turned out to be the body of Sheila Cabrera.
Yeah, dude,
her cause
that-
of death hasn't been released yet.
What the
That same
fuck,
day,
man?
her husband and the 3 boys were located in Peru and the kids taken into protective custody. Family friends say the victim in this case suffered for years from domestic abuse, and they believe her husband killed her after she finally decided to leave. They say she never reported the abuse to authorities because she was an immigrant.
He had it planned. He already had taken
He was undergoing abuse, didn't want to say anything because she was an immigrant.
He's asking for my stuff. He's asking for my for
Right,
my
for
ID,
oh
for
my
my
God.
social, the kids'
See,
birth
this is the issue
certificate.
with
Like,
people.
why? She told her mom, "I don't want to be with him. I want to report him," and that's she was gonna do that day, and maybe that was her mistake to say it, but it's just it's heartbreaking. It's super heartbreaking.
Fuck around and find out, man.
The Sheriff's Department says they expect the DA to file charges in this case soon, and that would start the extradition process to bring Cabrera back to the United States to face charges for this crime.
Yeah.
We are told
For
that
murder.
a vigil may be planned for tomorrow in front of Lancaster City Hall. We'll, of course, keep you updated on that. For now, that is the latest here in Lancaster. Lindsay Pena, KTLA 5 News.
There you have it.
Thank you, Lindsay.
What do we got here? Russian media reacts to
leaders
Trump's
came out of
Zelensky
that
meeting.
White House meeting accentuating the positive. Meanwhile, in Moscow, from TV bulletins,
И все происходившее скорее напоминало негласный турнир, кто похвалит Трампа лучше всех.
to newspapers. This headline in a Moscow tabloid reads, Zelensky's dead end. Trump clashed harshly with Merz over Ukraine at the White House and then called Putin. That harsh clash, in reality, more of a polite disagreement over whether a ceasefire should come first in Ukraine before a peace settlement. But for Russia, it's an opportunity to undermine transatlantic unity.
Глава Соединенных Штатов и его команда, во-первых, искренне хотят достичь результата, который будет долгосрочным, устойчивым, надежным, в отличие от европейцев.
Well, undermining Zelensky, also a running theme. The Russian leader has long come out
Correct.
against such negotiations with the, quote, expired and therefore illegitimate Zelensky, stated this Moscow daily newspaper. Expired is now a frequent term in the Russian media, referring, of course, to Ukraine's deferral of elections because of the war. And former President
Correct.
Dmitry Medvedev went one step further on X, calling Zelensky the Kiev clown. And of course, look, not just at what
I mean,
Russia says.
he was an actor, so I
Pressure
mean,
Moscow
he's
to agree to a ceasefire.
to
Monday night
to
saw
call
the
him a
largest
clown
air
is
attack on
not.
Ukraine
I
so
mean,
far
yeah, it's a
in
little
August.
mean, but it's not wrong. I mean, he was an actor. He can be a clown if he wanted to. So, I mean, yeah, he might not take that too kindly, but you know, it's true.
When you were working there?
That it was a brothel.
What did you think when you were working there?
That it was a brothel. It is all just it's all a brothel between all the employees sleeping with each other and sleeping with the inmates that come in. And a lot
Holy
of them,
shit.
They are repeat offenders. And a
Sex
lot
for
of them are
favors at a job?
Stayers. It's nasty. It's sickening.
Did you ever see anyone having sex?
I never seen anybody having sex, but I had heard stories.
On the job?
The female guards specifically was telling me that one of the places she takes male inmates.
Oh shit. This was in a fucking prison or jail?
It's literally directly across. You can't get in there without a key, and that's where they take them. A lot of times they get took up into the courthouse, especially after hours later.
Oh, this is the judge. So he was like running like some kind of fucking like operation.
More common than you would want to believe in the court system. Even down to some of my daily supervisors.
And using the law to do it. Wow, that's shady as fuck.
It was sick.
See, this is why no one trusts the government, because they try to do shit like this.
Once an inmate leaves that jail space, you're not supposed to be in contact with them for 6 months. So
Or they try to do shit like Jan 6 and try to blanket people into.
With this person when he took me home, you know, it's sick.
What would the inmates get in return for having sex with, the leadership?
For inmates, the smallest things, unless you're going with one of the overheads. If they're sleeping with the guard, it's mostly for things like cigarettes, time out of the cell, pops, commissary, things like that.
Wow. What did you think when the sheriff shot the judge?
Oh, this is about the sheriff going into the judge's office and just taking just straight up just executing.
Be heard because even I believe that the sheriff, he either knew something or something was going on that he knew about that we all might not know about, but he was doing something to protect us.
Did you know, inmates were having sex with the judge?
Yes, pretty much that's kind of the thing that everybody in the county knows, but it was confirmed to me after working in the jail, especially after being invited to a party myself.
Damn, so they're just getting all the confirmation now that he was doing shady shit.
Thank you. I declined and kind of just went back on to what I was doing. It was just one of those things of, was I just asked that? Like, did that just really...
To a sex party?
Yes.
Who asked you?
It was Mr. Mullins himself. My ex-coworkers, they come out and even ask me now not to mention it. They've even...
So the judge literally asked her to do the thing. Right? An employee, by the way.
I declined it again because it's one of those things... I was raised better than that. You know what I mean? If you know, you know in the county. Everybody knows. They might not speak on it. They might not want to be involved in it because of the fear of retaliation, because there's so many people that has come out and spoke out about what Judge Mullins has done. Even if we're afraid to speak up on it, we need to, because is this what we want for our next generation? Is that what we want for our kids? What we're going through, what our past people have gone through, do we want that for them? And no, I don't want that for my daughter. I don't want that for my son. I want better for them. I want an actual community that's not based on if you got money and know people and if you're willing to get on your knees or on your back. It's sickening, and I want better for them.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone.
There you have it. Oh no, it's Chris Cuomo. Ew. But yeah, that's her story. Apparently the judge was doing some shady shit. He got shot for it too. Oh, here it is. Oh man, this shit is so good.
We'll talk over here, okay?
That's not the point. Can you look at me?
We'll talk over here, okay?
Your protocol is.
Can we all talk? Can we all talk? We'll talk over here. They want to leave. You guys just want them out? Do you want them trespassed?
Anything we can do. Yeah. Trespass, yeah. I just need
trespass. Get them out.
Cuff them, please.
Yeah, anything you can do. I just need them off, please. You heard the man. The business said get them the fuck out.
So we gotta leave now. Unless you want to be in there.
We're not trespassing. You haven't notified us that we're trespassing. Number one.
What did I just say to you? You're trespassing. Let's go.
Number one.
I don't want to arrest you guys.
You're not going to arrest us. Number two.
So let's leave. We gotta go. We gotta go. Let's go.
She's a lawyer.
Oh, she's a fucking lawyer. That doesn't mean shit.
That's not true.
The business said to fucking leave. They don't give a fuck.
I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. Let's go. We're going.
Good for you. I'm an AG. I don't give a shit. Let's go. See ya.
You're just being detained. You're just being detained.
I'm an AG.
Oh, we don't give a shit.
What's wrong with you?
What are you probable cause to detain me for?
You're being detained because you're not leaving.
Because I'm what?
You're being detained because you're fucking resisting.
I'm an AG.
Let's go. Buddy, you're not being arrested. Let's go.
I'm not being arrested. You're putting me in cuffs.
Because you're fucking annoying and you're fucking drunk. You're being detained, bitch. Get the fuck in the car. I'm an AG. Oh my god. I fucking hate these people. See, anyone who does this shit, oh, but I'm this, oh, but I'm that. Oh, so what? I can break your legs still. Does that fucking matter? Sorry, princess, you're gonna get fucking hung, bitch.
Dave, we will get the license. She's getting detained. No. We'll get the license. Get out of here. Get back right now.
Get the fuck back, bitch. You're coming. She's resisting her. Floor. She's resisting her. She's resisting. She's resisting. Floor that bitch. Floor that bitch. Please, I'm scared. And, please, I'm scared. And then she starts screaming like a fucking wild bitch.
Get back, bro.
Get in the car.
Get your feet in the car.
Oh, fucking women, dude. See, this is why you don't. This is why you don't try to date these kinds of women, because they're fucking terrible. They just bring headache. Right? They're gonna get you in trouble, and then you're gonna go to jail, and then they're just gonna laugh, and then they're gonna leave you, because they're whores. Fucking drunk ass dumb bitches.
These people are crazy.
All over the country today, people protesting the recent actions by the Trump administration. And we saw hundreds of people right here in San Francisco showing up, and they had a lot on their minds. ABC 7 News reporter Tara Campbell caught up with this crowd.
From San Francisco to Texas, Washington, D.C., and beyond. Protesters gathering nationwide Saturday for more than 200 rallies in 34 states dubbed Fight Back the Trump Takeover.
The purpose of this effort is to remind people to keep fighting this authoritarianism and seeking democracy in their own communities.
They're all fucking old people, by the way.
This authoritarianism and...
They're all old people, by the way.
You know, gingivitis is the #1 cause of all tooth decay.
I'm 69. I've never seen anything like what's going on. I've been through the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. This takes a cake.
I've never seen it this bad.
69.
The fascist takeover of policing in D.C., he was delivering a message to black people and everybody else who was listening.
Oh, wait, what?
Listen to how he phrased this. There are marauding
I'm sorry, what? Is he trying to make a race thing? He didn't even say anything about race. That's the what the fuck is this guy talking about?
When he said marauding mobs of young gangsters. He was talking about black people.
He was gangs of young people. He's talking about black people. What? Oh fucking hell, dude. Dude, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up.
Reversing the gains not only of the 1960s, but even of the Civil War and Resurrection. Reconstruction, sorry. Reconstruction, that was great.
Because I think our democracy is slipping away if we don't stand up against Trump and his fascist policies.
What?
Fascism is taking over this country.
Okay.
We need to get the whole fascist thing shut down and gone away.
Oh dear God, what is this?
I am so thrilled to be here with y'all. My name is Bridget Bandit, and I am a
Oh
born and
dear
raised
God.
proud Texas drag queen. Now, before I was a drag queen, I was a leader at my church.
Dude, why is it always the soy people that are like sign languaging? It's always the soy people, man. Oh shit. Oh my God! You brought your daughter there? What are you doing? Or your nephew or granddaughter? What are you doing? Why would you put that on her? That's fucked up. That's torture. That's torture right there. That's child abuse. Hello, child abuse. This person's child abusing right now.
Can y'all at least be willing to admit how hard that is to watch? Tell the truth, y'all.
I don't know. I was loving it. I was laughing. I was having some fun. Even though they're all fucking retarded. What's this?
A woman says she drove for hours to attend a concert at the Rose Bowl in A woman says she drove for hours to attend a concert at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, only to be brutally attacked and knocked unconscious.
And the whole disturbing attack was caught on camera. Rachel Medetov live in Pasadena with details. Rachel.
Micah shared the video getting a lot of attention. Many people commenting online saying the event was really packed. It was hard to move about the aisles. And they're now calling into question the venue's security.
Oh yeah.
A
Yeah.
brutal beat
Oh,
caught on
pulled out
camera
his
in the
pants.
middle of the Rufus
Yeah, this
DeSoul
dude just goes
concert.
around
The victim
start
says
fucking
she was there for a
whacking
night of
people,
fun and
or trying to beat
electronic
people up.
music, and suddenly things turned violent. She says a fellow concert goer a few rows ahead of her became irate after her friend accidentally spilled his drink. She says they apologized repeatedly, but even so, 30 minutes later, he returned to her section and punched her square in the face, causing her to black out on the ground. Her fiance, she says, also sustained some blows to the head,
Yeah,
trying to
some
shield them from the
people.
attacker.
Yeah, basically when
coming to
people
a
are
concert
drunk
to,
and right.
you know, for that interaction, of course, you know, everyone's
Yeah,
coming to have a
people
good
get
time.
fucking. Yeah.
The video now
That's-
going viral
that's just
online.
what happens when
Police
people get
confirm
drunk.
a report was filed and they're looking for the man in the video. Even so, it has many wondering about security, drug enforcement, and the number of people present.
I literally had people pressed up against my back, all blocking that entire walkway. So crowd control was non-existent.
Christina Molina attended the show with her daughter.
Well,
She was seated
yeah.
a few rows behind the
Yeah,
victim.
these concerts
Molina
are
says
fucking
the aisles were
packed, bro.
jam-packed and she saw people openly doing drugs. She wonders whether one or both of these factors contributed to the violent attack.
I've never seen any venue that has allowed the people to just stand there in the walkways. It's a hazard. They had multiple security companies working the venue. It wasn't just one vendor, it was multiples, and the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing.
The victim is bruised and sore, but she's okay. She's hoping maybe someone watching this tonight will be able to identify her attacker.
Well, I mean, we couldn't see the dude's face because no one was videotaping from the other side. There's someone, for whatever reason, they were only videotaping from behind.
Watch as the suspect with the green backpack sneaks up on his first victim, the woman in black.
Shit.
He appears to throw her to the ground, then chase another customer. Authorities say it was just the start of last month's stabbing spree at a Michigan
she got
Walmart.
stabbed,
The
that's what happened.
360-degree video paused and rotated by authorities in Traverse City. The next target, this man in blue. The suspect, identified as 42-year-old Bradford Gilly, then appears to jab his right hand at that man in the jacket who goes flying. Moments later, you see Gilly run left into the pharmacy before appearing to stab someone in frozen foods. This man attacked by a display of cherries. In an exclusive interview with NBC News, victim Aaron Bedeau says he was shopping with his wife and 4 kids when he was attacked.
I thought I was being punched. And after the third one, I noticed that, okay,
You're
this
bleeding.
isn't a punch. I'm being stabbed.
As a dad, as you're being stabbed, are you just thinking about your kids there?
Really, the only thing that was on my mind when I was being stabbed is like, is my wife safe and are my kids safe? And I knew that I was shielding them.
Gilly, moments later, seen running to the parking lot, attacking this woman from behind. Cell phone video later captured a crowd corralling
and then this is where you had the good guy with the gun
until authorities came. Investigators say all 11 victims survived. Gillies pleaded not guilty to assault and terrorism charges. Court records show he has a history of mental health issues. Tonight, investigators releasing these photos showing blood in the pharmacy produce section near a display of Oreos. The chilling aftermath of a terrifying attack. Maggie Vespa, NBC News.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
And we begin with breaking news from the Antelope Valley. 3 people have been shot and killed in Lancaster. LA County Sheriff's deputies were called just before 5 p.m. yesterday. They responded to an empty field on 215th Street East and Avenue Q. Deputies found a woman in her 40s in a car. She was pronounced dead. They also searched an SUV with a trailer attached and found 2 men who were also pronounced dead. It is unclear if anyone was arrested. It's also unknown if the victims are related. The motive for the killings are unclear.
There you have it. We already saw that. We just saw that. There we go.
I will just go back to the fact that, the people that are cheering this on privately are not like right-wing Republicans, are not MAGA people. A lot of our friends are in the media, and also Democrats that worked on Joe Biden's campaign, that worked on other campaigns, that are saying, yeah, I'd like to feel safe walking around this city. If the federal government can be a positive partner in keeping the streets safe, while, again, forming a partnership with the D.C. police and not taking over, then at least the people I've spoken with that live in D.C. day in, day out, see this as a positive step.
He's out of line, but he's right. It's great.
I want to read you a text from someone who, I won't say their name, but they're, we'll just say that they're very liberal. And he says, this may sound controversial, but I'm not totally opposed to Trump's National Guard move in D.C. I know he's doing it for politics, but crime remains rampant. I've had too many friends carjacked, shot at. None of us will walk more than 3 blocks after 8 p.m. 13-year-olds are committing many of these crimes. Quite a change from a decade ago when things were much calmer. Well, that actually sounds like the D.C. that I lived in when I lived a block behind the Supreme Court. And, you know, every 3 days, one of my neighbors was getting held up at gunpoint. I mean, there has been a crime problem in D.C.
The U.S. Department of the Treasury has placed new sanctions on people accused. The U.S. Department of the Treasury has placed new sanctions on people accused of working with a major Mexican cartel to scam Americans using timeshares. 4 Mexicans and 13 Mexican companies face sanctions, accused of helping the Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generacion operate a timeshare fraud scheme. The scheme targeted U.S. timeshare owners with English speakers posing as U.S.-based brokers, lawyers, sales reps, and more. Then they would use various tactics to scam those owners out of money. The FBI says around 6,000 Americans lost nearly $300 million between 2019 and 2023. So what do these new sanctions do?
It's been known as, in Colombia, is a civil death, a muerte civil, wherein once you're on this list, you and your family can't use regular money with any business that does business with the United States. And so you actually had cartel wives telling their husbands, well, you better figure something out, go turn yourself in and get yourself off this list, because what good is all the money if I can't put my kid in private school?
Jones says it's been a bit harder to measure the impact in Mexico as it was in Colombia, and the objective is the same.
The idea is to make their money useless. At least as it touches the U.S.
Oh yeah, by the way, some of those, some kids in America, oh yeah, some of their parents are fucking drug dealers or drug lords or some shit.
This is the latest step
Well,
the Trump
they've done some
administration is
heinous
using to
shit,
target Mexican cartels. The administration is also using American troops at the U.S. southern border and considering strikes against the gangs inside Mexico. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Lauren Keenan. For more unbiased straight facts, download the Straight Arrow News app or visit san.com.
Anybody wants war with their own country? We're in a civil war right now. The war of information.
You know, they were like, we're announcement today, you know, they were like, we're going to Voyager K8. And I was like, what is that? Because, like, you know, I know the schools. I've been around to so many in this, and they're like, it just opened last year. I was like, okay, there, you know, said, but they opened just last year and already are performing, what, #3 in the state and year 1 as a school, and their the enrollment increase. And I know they're continuing to do well here. So we really thank them for hosting us. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to keep up with the Joneses with this school or in this school. It's like really significant, particularly in this part of the state. We're joined today by our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer.
So basically, this school just popped up not too long
Florida
ago.
Education Commissioner, Stasi Kamoutsis.
And it seems like they're doing real well in the state, right?
I warned the superintendent, you know, everyone be on your best behavior, because if you're not, you get a nasty gram from Stasi. He'll send that out very quickly. We do have our superintendent for Osceola County School District, Dr. Mark Shanoff, and I want to thank him for not just being here today, but being really a great partner on a lot of important things for our students over the years. So thank you for doing that. Jason Broder from the Florida Senate is here, Central Florida. And then we have Representatives Smith, Cobb, and Stark from the Florida House of Representatives. I want to thank them for being here. Before I get into today's announcement, I just want to make some comments. I have been out and about asked, but we had a situation where you had an illegal alien driving one of these massive
he's talking about
semi-trucks
the
in
guy from
Florida.
California.
Was not licensed in Florida. Had a California driver's license, of course, and going down the lane. And I think we've all who've driven in Florida, there'll be breaks in these highways where it'll be for official use only, and that's really for the highway patrol and law enforcement to be able to get around and do what they needed to do. Well, this guy thought that he should just try to turn a semi-truck around in that, and of course that doesn't happen on a dime. So you had a car coming, run into it, and it ended up killing 3 people, all from Florida, and that should have never happened. He should have never been here. He certainly shouldn't have gotten a commercial driver's license from California. And, it's disturbing, too, because if you look, we have video of this. We have photos of this. And he seemed to not like, it was almost like, he was walking down the sidewalk, maybe stubbed his toe, just kind of like, it was like it didn't register to him, what had happened. And I'm like, that is really, really cold. But it raises these issues of, in Florida,
because he's from a different country.
We're not giving licenses.
He's from a different country where they don't give a
you can't even do like these NGOs want to issue. We don't allow that. We don't recognize
people on a
California
fucking daily,
driver's licenses, and so we're creating a situation where
you see their traffic
following the laws,
situation.
the right
Oh my
thing to
goodness,
do,
man!
And violating the laws,
The
the wrong thing to do. Now,
anxiety.
They do it differently.
They literally walk
to come,
onto the
illegally.
street
They provide
while
benefits.
there's
They provide a lot of different things.
oncoming
Honestly, some of them get
traffic.
treated better than
Fucking
blue-collar
flying, dude.
Americans out there
These people are
with
out of
their
their
policies.
minds.
So that ends up attracting. It creates
fucking
more risk.
asking
and
to
it's frustrating
suicide.
because here we are in Florida. We are doing the right thing. In the legislature, I've got Jay Broder and these guys have helped us craft these policies. Blaise Angoli is now the chief financial officer, instrumental working on some of this stuff over the years. We've worked really hard on it, and then to have like a California send this guy in and create havoc for our state, that's just fundamentally wrong. But what it shows is it can't just be like we do things right in Florida and somehow that's going to cure what's happening on the left coast and some of these other places. Ultimately, Congress has the power of the purse. They do not need to fund you if you're a sanctuary state. They can remove funding from sanctuary cities. So stop subsidizing this. You have people that are in Congress that are complaining about what happened. And while I appreciate the sympathy, it's like you guys have the power of the purse. You can discipline these states that don't follow the law and incentivize law breaking. You could do that very quickly. You also can address another problem with this situation. This guy comes in from India illegally across the U.S.-Mexico border, and he claims asylum. Now, think about that. It'd be one thing if, when people, would come from Cuba and they claim asylum, because this was the first place they could get to, right? And you've had situations where this has happened. You're coming from India. How many other countries are you going through? And then you show up in the southern border and say asylum? Like, why didn't you get asylum somewhere else? So they're abusing the process and the statutes that we have in the United States of America, and they're trained to do this. So you have massive numbers of people that have claimed it. Millions and millions have claimed it, just leaving country in Central America. They're not truly seek. They're just basically economic migrants, however you're doing it. And so you have this incentive. So he was basically given some type of preliminary determination. They say, okay, you'll have a hearing.
Well, Newscomb gave it to him somehow for whatever reason,
and it's
right?
Basically a one-way ratchet. You can come in pretty much unfettered. Well, in the past you could illegally. And then if there's any type of law enforcement, it's like this massive bureaucratic maze that you have to go through. And so Congress can address that too. Congress can address the abuse that we're seeing in this asylum process, because I'd say 95% of the people that are claiming it just factually do not even come close to meeting what should be. But they do. They say the magic words. They get an initial determination. They get a court date.
Hey,
and you do.
DeSantis knows what's going on.
With this guy that came in illegally from India. So to have
this is why we have such a situation with border and immigration and allowing people into the country and not right. This is why Charlie. Remember Penguin Zero when Charlie, whenever he tried to get his esports team into the country, yeah, it's because they were probably doing it. They probably got the wrong visa or something. And that's why they're all like, yeah, no, we can't allow you because you're just it looks suspicious.
Folks in Washington D.C. Now we're here today to talk about Florida getting more accountability with respect to, in this instance, supporting our school districts throughout the state of Florida who are trying to do
This is the exact same reason why we have issues with our fucking system. Because people are misusing the system and then fucking it up. There you have it. That's gonna be it for the Face News. Please give a like, subscribe right to all the to the sources we viewed, because I get them from there. There's obviously more sources I view from, but this is just today's flop or stack of stuff. Sorry. Anyways, there we have it. Thanks for watching. Give a like, subscribe, yes, comment, whatever it is.